Hello everyone, hello my people on YouTube and wherever that you are watching me from. My name is Edward Amwako and I welcome you to my YouTube channel. Yes, in today's tutorial I'm going to walk you through on how to design a birthday flyer like this. Yes, this is an amazing birthday flyer that I designed for a friend of mine. I'm going to leave his link to Instagram in the video description. Okay, so let me take you to Photoshop. I'm going to use Photoshop, yes, and please don't forget I'm going to give you all the resources that you will need. The first one, the gradient colors that I use, the font that I use, and then the brush. Yes, so the font, I use 3 fonts. Okay, all of them are here. I'm going to leave a link in the video description to have access to this. Okay, so without wasting much time, let's start. Alright guys, so you're welcome. So the first thing that you have to do as a designer is to divide your designs into 4 main parts. I always say that. So I made mention of your background, your image, your font, the colors, and yes, the colors and whatever that you'll be needed. So first thing is to create a new document. So Control N is used for setting a new document. So we are using the social media size, okay, and I'm designing in pixels. Okay, yeah, 1080. So let's name this as Happy Birthday Prince Graphics, okay, or graphics. Let me put it this way. Okay, then hit on create, and here we go. This is what we have. Okay, so the first thing is to bring in our gradient color as the background. So go to solid color or the adjustment layer, hit on, and then go to gradient. Okay, and hit on this white thing, and then go to any of this. If you are new to this channel and you want to set your gradient, open the basics and then pick this particular black and white color, click on this dots over here and click on the color, and then you put in the color code that I'm going to give you. Okay, all right, so because I have said that when you are done you click on OK, you double click on the white, or you click on the white, come here, click on this white, and then you change the color, or you put in the color code here, over here, this place, okay, where you see the FF there. Good, but because I have set my color already, saved it already, so I'm going to give it to you. So the first one is this. I use 2 colors. So the first one is this particular color. Let me double click on this, and here we go. This is the color code 1B002A. 1B002A. Once you put in the color code, this one, you are good to go. You are going to get the same color for the first one. The second one, double click here, and you are going to get this 9A01A5. 9A01A5. Put in there, then you are good to go. When you are done, you hit on OK, or better still, before you hit on OK, click on this new here. Once you click on new, it is saved here for you, and this will help you a lot. But because I've saved, I'm going to delete it. Okay, just right click it and go to delete gradient. It says delete gradient. Yes, I'm going to delete that. Good, go ahead. Okay, and make sure that you set the style to linear. Okay, and then the angle, make sure it is 90, the scale is 100. Any other thing over here is okay. Then go ahead and hit on OK. Then the next one that we are going to do is to bring in the image. That is the first thing. Okay, so let me go to my download, and this is my image. So in fact, if you are designing for maybe probably a friend of yours, then I'm going to do the color grading. I'm going to show you how I did the color grading and everything. So once I have this, double click it, and I'm going to remove the background. I'll go to my layer side over here, right click and rasterize it, then go to property, go down, and then go to remove background, and automatically Photoshop AI is going to take off the background for you. Very nice one. Okay, so let's take our time and give it some time for Photoshop to do its work. absolutely beautiful. So Photoshop has done it for you. Then I'm going to filter, okay, then go to convert to smart filters. So click on that and then okay, so that it's going to convert this to smart objects. So this is what I want. Then I'm going to open or enlarge the image, okay, because I want the image to be very bold. Bring it here, somewhere here, okay, good. Let me reduce it and let me bring it here, which I think is okay. Double click to accept. Then what you are going to do is to add a little bit of color grading, but I have saved the color grading to you, so I'm going to give it to you. So go to filter and go to camera raw filters, okay. So click on camera raw filters and your camera raw is going to open for you. So this is our camera raw. Please take your time. At times the camera raw takes a little bit time, okay. So if you want to expose the give it exposure, contrast, that, but I'm going to give you the settings, okay. So what you have to do is come to this three dots that you see here. It says more image settings, so click that place and then go to load settings. So click on that and then it is going to take you to your computer. Where exactly have you saved your color grade? So I'm going to give you this color grade .mxmp. Okay, so once you have to do double click on this color grade. So once you double click on it, it is going to add up to the image, okay. So the image is going to, yes, add up. So here is it, you see it has already color grade for you. So once you are done, go ahead and click OK, and that is it. So I have my image over here, so I can show you this one. Yes, this one too, you could see the image. Alright, so let's try to enlarge the image a little bit. Okay, let's enlarge the image a little bit, which I think this is okay. Double click to accept and there we go. Absolutely beautiful. So the next thing which is left for us is to bring in the happy birthday, which is very simple. So go to your text tool, which is T, and then change the font to Bebas. Okay, the font that we use for the happy birthday is Bebas. So you can just, and then the Bebas, I'm using the Neo Bold, okay, and then change the color to white and then you start typing, okay, happy then birthday. There we go. Then when you are done, you click on this thing, this check mark, just to show that indeed you are okay with the text. Now still on the text tool, make sure you go for your move tool. Once you go for your move tool, make sure you come and activate your character. This is very important. This character is very important. If you cannot see yours, go to window, then go and look for character over here. Okay, so the character gives you more settings on the font. Okay, good. Now the font, I'm turning it to 36, or possibly let me increase the font 38, which is okay. Then the AA here gives you the closure of the font. Okay, so if you want to close it this way, this is the AA here. Make sure that you turn it to, you close it a little bit, then let's bring it somewhere here, close. Yeah, this is okay. All right, that is first one. Then what we have to do is to bring in our brush tool. So I'm going to click on this image, or click on this, yeah, let me click on this image and add a layer. Okay, once I'm add the layer, go and select my brush tool. Okay, now I'm going to give you the brush. You see this plus icon, it means the caps lock is on. Turn it off. I'm going to give you the settings of the brush. It's very simple. So let me show you the settings of the brush. Okay, it's very that simple. So once you get it, please, only time you load the brushes, it is in zip map form, or it's a zip file. Make sure that you extract it to your desktop and then you get it. So if you want the tone paper brush, that is what I use. Double click over here and it will take you back to Photoshop directly. You just see it will take us to Photoshop. That is it. So once it takes you to Photoshop, it means that it has been installed. So that is it. So what you have to do is to increase the brush a little bit, or you can just reduce it depending on how you want it. Okay, then you come and set the foreground color to white. Okay, and then you just make just a one click. Okay, then you go. So here is it. But I don't want to maintain this particular color white, so I'll go to my FX here, down here, the layer side or the layer panel, click on that and go to gradient overlay. Then I'm going to give you this particular color code as well. So we are going to use this. So click here and you pick in any of the the gradient. Even you can pick the first one that we saved. So let me give you the code. Double click here and the code is FB3E04. FB3E04. Once you put in it there, you go ahead and click OK. Then go to the second one, double click, and then you have it, FECA1E. So once you put in this particular color code, you go ahead, click OK, and then you can save it by clicking on the new. Alright, so when you are done, make sure that this one you have your angle to be 0. Okay, then you can set the scale to be 100 possibly. Okay, yes, and then your opacity, everything is okay. Then go ahead and click on OK. Now I want my happy birthday to be in line with that of the brush. Okay, so I'll enlarge the birthday, okay, so that it will be in line with that of the brush. So what I'll do is I'll copy the birthday, happy birthday, bring it here, double click it, and this is going to be the name, Prince Graphics. Okay, don't worry, I'm going to change the font. So the font that I use for this one is Montserrat. Okay, Montserrat. I'm going to give you the font Montserrat. Okay, so that with the Montserrat, I'm going in for the extra bold italic. Then let me reduce the size to 11. Okay, which is, I think, is too small. So let's pick, or let's enlarge it by clicking on this and enlarge the font size. Yes, which I think this is okay. So once you have this, you are good to go. Then you can shift this up a little bit. Absolutely beautiful. So we are on the way. So what you have to do is to copy the Prince Graphics again, and this is going to be our blessings, prosperity, and long life. Okay, good. So what you have to do is to change from that to regular. Okay, and then change this font size to 12, which is, I think, okay. So let me zoom in, Control plus to zoom in, or yeah, to zoom in. So that is what you have. You double click and you are going to get blessings. Please make sure that you have your AE here, which is the closing. Make sure that you set it to auto. Okay, so I have my blessings, prosperity, and long life. This is what I have. And yes, so the font size is too big, so let's reduce it to 10 or 9 possibly. Let's pick 8. Yeah, so that's, yes, let me bring it here very close. So let me change it to 7 and see. Yeah, which is okay. Good. Then I'm going to bullet it, okay, by giving it a rectangle, and then press on shift to have something like this. Then we are going to arrange them very nicely. Let me zoom in, okay, so that you see whatever that you are doing very well. Okay, that is absolutely important. Okay, so this is it. So let me bring it here. You can even bring your ruler so that you make sure that everything is in line very well. Yeah, which I think is beautiful. So let me click here, copy this, Ctrl J. Okay, so once you press on Ctrl J, that is what you have here. Let me bring it here, bring it down, make sure that everything is perfect. Ctrl J again, and then let me bring it here. Yeah, this is beautiful. Okay, this is beautiful. So let me copy this again, Ctrl J, the text, double click, and then write Goshen U. Okay, good. And this font is going to be Mistral. trial. Good. I'm going to set it to 10. Okay, good. Yeah, 10 is okay, or possibly 11 if you want to. Okay, depending on how you want it. Okay, so Control O to go back. Let me click this, and then let me bring my character here where you see the blue. Then yeah, this is what I have. I really like it. Then for me to know that it is me who designed it, so I just did some kind of, I brought in this ellipse, okay, over here, which is to up. So let me bring it on down, okay, something like this, and then I wrote Edis Graphics. Okay, so you can do that if you want to. If you don't want, you can leave it. Ctrl J to copy this, bring it here, and then let me change the color to this particular color. Okay, good. And then I'm going to write from Edis Graphics. Yeah, please don't worry, I'm going to do the settings. Okay, so let's close the AA again to auto, and then let me pick the size to 6. Yeah, so you have something like this. So you can see there's kind of mistake in the typing mistake over there, so you correct it. So if you are somebody who is designing for a friend, you can do same, which is okay if you want it. So that is it. So yeah, so this is it. This is very simple and beautiful. So you can bring the image out close, something like this. Then let me push it here. Good. So I can even shift it up a little bit, which is good. So once you have something like this, one more thing is for us to bring in this particular ribbons. Okay, so let's do that one. What you have to do is go to your, I'm going to give you all the resources. Okay, so we are using this particular ribbons. Double click it or click it and bring it onto Photoshop, and here we go. Double click to accept. Come here, rasterize the ribbon. Okay, and then I don't like the ribbons in the face, so I'll go for my eraser tool. Okay, and then reduce the size by using the bracket, and then try to clear the face so that you can barely see the face. Very beautiful. This is absolutely nice. So when you are done, you know what to do. You save your work and then you send it. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. So you go to file, go to export, then go to export as. So I've shown you how to save your work several times, how to save your work. So they change the format to JPEG, okay, GPJ, then change from good to great or excellent. Then you go ahead and click on export. Give it, where do you want to save it to? So let's save it to desktop. So let's click OK. Then let's go to desktop and click on our work. So this is the work, not this one, this one. Okay, happy birthday Prince Graphics. Let's open it, and then let's go back to Photoshop, and then please you could see this is the original design, and this is how you do. You could see the image is a little bit brighter. So what I did is click on this image. Okay, here is the image, and then click on the adjustment layer, and then go to exposure. Okay, once you are at exposure, click on this thing, the one that shows the arrow down, click on, and then you can play along with the exposure. Okay, so you can give it more exposure, which is, I think this is okay. Go ahead and click OK. I think this is beautiful. So let's go back and see our work. Absolutely beautiful. So this is the work that I just saved. So when you do this, you can send it to a friend. Anyone who sees this will be grateful. Okay, so please don't forget to like, comment and then subscribe to push this particular channel. There are more videos on the way coming. See you in the next video. Bye.